I love the American farmer.
We love our farmers. We're taking care of our farmers. We have to protect the farm.
Meanwhile, farmers in Nebraska are feeling uncertainty as well. The Nebraska Farm Bureau and Nebraska Farmers Union both say that the tariffs will hit agricultural producers as they're facing back-to-back years of lower farming income. Both organizations say that they agree the trade imbalance needs to be addressed.
Nebraska's Farm Bureau and Farmers Union have made it clear. Tariffs are crushing the state's agricultural producers. Farmers are drowning in debt. Export markets are vanishing, and labor shortages are escalating. Yet somehow, many are still cheering for the very politicians accelerating the collapse. If you want to see the most ironic political phenomenon in modern America, look no further than Nebraska's cornfields. Let's break this down. Before we continue, click subscribe below. We don't sugarcoat, we don't protect politicians. We expose what others won't. Farm debt is exploding. As of 2025, total U.S. farm debt is projected to hit $561.8 billion, the highest in decades. In Nebraska alone, banks are flagging 8% of agriculture loans as high risk. ERS.USDA.gov, Nebraska Examiner. Large farms are borrowing over $1 million per loan just to stay afloat. And yet, USDA safety net programs are being gutted, frozen, downsized, or outright eliminated. Take Jennifer Gilkerson, a farmer whose freeze-dried fruits were once supplied to schools through USDA programs. One day her funding was there, the next, it was poof, gone. No explanation, just budget cuts.
The biggest problem that we've had in the 15 years that we've been farming is labor shortage. We are the only farm in West Virginia that was selected to participate in this labor program. It is a pilot program to address the labor challenges that farmers have in America.
Meanwhile, the USDA is short-staffed. Paperwork for disaster relief, emergency loans, and conservation grants is piling up faster than manure in a storm. Farmers are left waiting months for approvals, while droughts, floods, and market crashes don't wait. Trump's trade wars did long-term damage, and Nebraska felt it hard. In 2019 alone, the state lost nearly $1 billion in agriculture exports, soybeans, pork, corn, all left rotting in silos after China slammed the door. And now, with new threats of more tariffs in 2025, farmers are bracing for round two. These tariffs weren't targeted. They were political bombs lobbed without strategy. The result? Nebraska's farmers became collateral damage in a fight they didn't start, but are still somehow applauding. Let's talk about labor. Nebraska's meatpacking industry runs on 70 to 80% Latino immigrant workers. These are the folks keeping plants open and food on America's tables. In June 2025, an ICE raid in Omaha arrested 74 workers at a meat plant. Production fell to 20% capacity overnight. It's still only at 30% today. That's not policy, that's economic sabotage. Reuters, June 2025. Yet farmers show up to rallies where deportations are promised, nodding like it's good news. You're literally cheering for the removal of the very people making your livelihood possible. It's like watching someone pour gasoline on your barn and asking if they have a match. There's a darker side no one wants to talk about. Farmers have one of the highest suicide rates of any profession, more than 3.5 times the national average. Financial stress, isolation, and hopelessness are driving people to the brink. Over 1,500 Midwestern farmers have taken their lives since the 80s, and the crisis is intensifying today. CDC, Farmer Suicide Report. But instead of offering more support, we're slashing USDA mental health grants, rural clinics, and education outreach. The safety net is gone, and so are the people who once relied on it. Here's the part that blows people's minds. Despite all this, the debt, the job losses, the failed markets, many farmers still back Trump and his allies. Why? Not because it helps their farms, because it aligns with a cultural identity. It's tribal. It's emotional. It's not about economics anymore. It's about belonging. They'll tell you, he gets us. Even if he's cutting their lifelines. It's like showing up to a boxing match in a t-shirt that says, "Please punch me again." Take the Reekman family. Dairy farmers in Nebraska for over 180 years. They're now $300,000 in debt thanks to collapsing milk prices and policy failures. They still vote Republican. Why? Because tradition beats economics in rural politics, even when it's driving the farm into the dirt. It's like ordering the same awful meal every day because it reminds you of your childhood, even though it gives you food poisoning. When farmers clap at rallies where Trump announces cuts to the very USDA programs that pay their bills, it's not just ironic, it's tragic. Imagine chickens cheering for Colonel Sanders. Yay! Deep fry me next. The real kicker? When asked privately, many farmers admit things are bad. They whisper it at feed stores and diners, but say their votes might be part of the problem. Dead silence. And now comes the final blow. Labor collapse, plus policy rollback plus export crisis. These farmers are standing in the rain, ripping holes in their own umbrellas and asking why they're soaking wet. They've loaded all 6 chambers of the economic revolver and keep pulling the trigger. This isn't just decline, it's self-inflicted collapse. As Al Davis, a Nebraska cattle rancher, once said, "If we lose rural life, we lose part of what makes America great." Here's the irony. That way of life is being destroyed by the very hands clapping for it on stage.